tell us your name, your position in the band, something interesting about yourself.
Okay. My name is Gene. I sing in Bullets Octane. I seem to fall down on stage all the time and I don't wear a shirt.
Sorry, that's too funny. I don't know anything interesting about myself.
There isn't anything.
I'm pretty much boring.
Say your name and
I'm
what you
James Daniel. I play guitar in Bullets Octane.
Your new album, In the Mouth of the Young, is in stores now. How has it been received by your fans?
It's like, what did you say? It's in the stores, and what about the fans?
How has it been received by the fans?
It's been good. You know, it's been we've had some samplers of a couple songs out for a while now, and we've got good responses on that. So everyone kind of knew what to look forward to when the record came out, and it seems to be pretty good. You know, everyone seems to like the leap from the last record to the new record, so it's pretty exciting. Yeah.
What was it like working with Paige Hamilton and Ken Andrews?
Oh, it was great. We always wanted to work with a producer that was going to be hands-on and be able to be like a fifth member outside of the box type of person working with us. And he's great because, you know, Helmet was a groundbreaking band in the 90s, and so with Paige doing that and writing musical scores and commercials, he's done it all. And of course with Ken Andrews, you know, we've heard some of the things he's mixed and it sounded great. And they're both really great guys, easy to work with. And, you know, we're new as a band and they're new as producer and mixer, so we're able to work together as a team, you know, to try to help each other out. You know, everyone needs to help each other make it in that situation. So we're very happy with it. Thanks for being here, James.
Tell us the meaning behind the album title.
James, go ahead.
Well, it's kind of giving you a glimpse into a child's life who might not have the greatest upbringing. You know, basically, human beings in our eyes are products of their environment. So, see an image like that, you don't have much hope for that child growing up and having a great future. No offense, I mean, she's a good-looking girl and she's got some really nice tattoos, but it's not very good conditions for a child to be brought up in, you know, and that sort of thing.
Yeah, and on top of that, another thing is, you know, everyone's like, okay, you're a rock and roll band, you know, it's dangerous, sex, drugs, rock and roll, and I've thought about it, and, you know, I'm just like, that doesn't make any sense. That was something of the 90s, kind of a cliche. And the dangerous thing nowadays is the reality of life and what's going on in the next generation. What do they have to look forward to? And kids raising kids and more fucked up people raising more fucked up people, and it gets worse and worse as it goes on. Only a handful seem to survive, and what's going to, you know, as far as surviving, like, be successful and actually have a good, you know, solid base to be living off of. And, you know, looking at that front cover instead of, you know, of course there's obviously like an attractive girl in there. That always brings the attention to an album to look at, or front cover. But I mean, I think it says a lot more. In the mouth of the young. Look at the lady who's feeding this baby this brand new life that doesn't really have a chance, you know. Kind of what he was saying, yeah. So it's reality that's scary.
You have toured with bands like Social Distortion, Flogging Molly, and Avenged Sevenfold. Now that you are headlining your own tour, is there a lot more pressure on you as a band?
There's two different times of pressure when it comes to touring. I mean, when you're playing in front of, obviously we're a brand new band to a lot of the places that we've been and we're doing, and so when you're playing for, you know, Social D crowd or Avenged crowd or any of these bands crowd, the pressure is that you got to win over a new crowd that's never seen you before, and they're only there to see the headlining band, most likely. So that's a different kind of pressure. But doing a headlining tour, there's a pressure of like, wow, you know, we're kind of new. There's a lot more things. You got a longer set. You know, you gotta make sure you maintain the fans you have got over the time. And when, you know, we haven't been pushed to commercial radio and things like that. So the people who are into us found us on their own. It wasn't shoved down their throats. So to be able to kind of keep their attention and make sure that they're, you know, having a good time is kind of, you know, yeah, there's a little bit of pressure, but it's always a good time, you know, have a few drinks and do what you do.
I'd say there's more pressure. I mean, we're the stars of the show, you know, so it's up to us to make the show what the show should be. And before, yeah, it was one thing to play in front of someone else's fans or another band's fans, but now these are our fans and they're going to expect us to deliver, So it's tough. It's tough either way. Not only that, but we got to be here the earliest. We leave the latest, and we got some horrendous drives on this tour, so that doesn't make anything easier.
Yeah, not a lot of sleep, that's for sure. Go, go, go. It's fine, but when you're playing a longer set, it's pretty, high energy show, I think, for what we're dealing with. We don't have crazy lights and smoke machines and dancing girls or anything crazy. It's just us up there. All no accompaniment. Just us out there. So it's great.
Do you feel that MySpace has helped your music get out to more listeners around the world?
Yeah, of course. I mean, in any business, MySpace has become a great tool for anything you're trying to spread the word on. Anything from, you're working at the company Sprite or something like that to a band. It's great. You get more chance to get out there. But I do think it kind of takes away from, like I said, bring back early '90s, '80s bands, but the mystique of liking a band and wondering what they're really all about and things like that. With MySpace and things like that, it's almost like you're a little too close to home. You can find out too much about people. You don't get that chance of really wondering what it's all about with bands and what they're all about and what they're up to. Instead, it's like, especially with a lot of bands, they love it. They get on there.
Hi fans, today I'm going to write an essay about why the world can be better if we saved all the dolphins and trees. What do you think?
And all of a sudden it's like, oh, now you sound like my next door neighbor, not a rock guy, and not somebody you want to go see and be like, wow, look at that. That's fucking great, creative.
Your music has kind of an 80s metal sound to it. Do you feel your music sets you apart from other bands today?
Well, that's your opinion. I don't know. Nowadays, I mean, honestly, everything obviously has been done before, one way or another, And, we got Ty, a drummer who played in Guttermouth and Vandals, so obviously his punk influence will always be a part of songs. He's grown up with, like, Slash and Joe Perry, a lot of rock and roll like that.
That's what I was hearing was
a lot of the guitar
like
work and
Avenged
stuff.
Sevenfold has the guitar parts.
Right. Well,
The guitars, it sounds like kind of
Well, it's just blues-based rock for the most part, as far as the guitar is concerned. That's how I grew up playing guitar. That's what I wanted to do when I played guitar. Now that I have the opportunity to do that, I'm gonna flex it as much as I can. It's a way different vibe from an Avenged Sevenfold. I mean, from a technical standpoint, to a listener's ear, you might hear similarities, but we're coming from complete opposite sides of the spectrum musically, from the technical side of things. So, agree or disagree.
That's what I heard when I listened to the songs online. Your record label sent me a CD and I didn't get it yet. But I just heard the guitar parts and just kind of like what Avenged Sevenfold is kind of doing with the guitars sometimes, not all the time.
Well, I mean, it's one thing.
That's what
that's what I said. Like, to a listener's ear, it might sound similar, but from where I'm coming from, I've sat down and I've played with Sinister, when we toured with him, and the guy, the stuff that I know, he knows, but he doesn't play it, and the stuff that he knows, I have no clue what the hell he's doing, But like I said, that's just from a technical standpoint. So.
You just got back touring in Europe a month ago with Avenged Sevenfold. Was that your first time touring over there? And how did your fans in Europe respond to the music?
Yeah, it was our first time over there. We didn't know what we were going to be in for, being brand new there. I mean, we were already kind of brand new to a lot of places here in the States, so we were really kind of like wondering how that was going to go. But the funny thing is, like, the same thing like when we went to Japan, like a lot of these other countries that really, really enjoy, for some reason, American music and things like that, they'll like find ways to get your music more than people that actually can get it in the States. People over in the UK were like had some of our old CDs, had some of our samplers, and none of that stuff you can get over there. And like some of that you can't even find here. So it's very, very so strange. They'd walk up and go, "Can you sign this?" And I'd be like, "Sure." And I'd look at it and go, "Wait a minute, how could they have gotten this?" But it's really cool. They dig deep and they know the words to the songs and they're really excited and they want to talk to you, get to know you. They're really interested in what the band's about and where you came from. So very great response. Very happy with that.
Your first show was on New Year's Eve in 2000. What did it feel like to play your first show as a band?
That was interesting because it was just fun. I mean, like it was started in like late '97, '98, and we just did it for fun. We took our time, just did our thing, and it wasn't about like a business or anything like that. We were just playing songs that we liked to play for fun. It was great. It was drunk and it was scary, and it sounded completely fucking like shit, I'm sure, because at the time I was just playing guitar and singing. Brent was playing bass, and I think we had a drummer who was sick at the time, and one of our friends in the band called the Knives went over to him with a beer bong in the middle of the song, and he actually filled it with Jack Daniels and gave it to the sick drummer, and he had to drink it because he's in the middle of playing, so his arms are playing, and it was pretty funny because everybody hated it, like, because we were playing for older people that were in our apartment complex. But it was great. I mean, it was like we just had a good time with it and said fuck it. So it was just good to be playing time. Yeah.
Are there any bands that you like that think people should know about in 2006?
I don't know, James. What do you think? There's a lot of bands. Dinko Jones is good. Valiant Thor playing tonight. Those guys do a whole different thing that no one's doing, I think. Wild, crazy, long bearded, long hair, 70s, 80s based rock and roll that no one's doing. And it's so weird to see a band that seems to like not take any type of not letting any type of the music that's been going on for the last like 8 years like change their style or what they do, and like the fact that their style of music isn't something that's mainstream right now. So it's very exciting to see it, very encouraging to see those kind of bands like out there touring and doing their own thing and seeming to like find success just by doing what they do and not saying no and not taking no for an answer.
Agreed.
Thank you.
Yeah.